Hello everyone! Greetings from sunny but rather cold Germany. My name is Svetlana Mucha and I'm the leading matchmaker and dating coach at Diolli.com. And today I have prepared for you a very important topic. We will talk about self-sabotaging in dating. Over the years, I have watched so many singles, including some of our clients and ladies whom I interview daily, who self-sabotage their dating life, their matchmaking process. Like always, I will share with you some stories so that you can actually see what were the main mistakes or what were the main red flags that a person is self-sabotaging his or her dating process, and perhaps this is what you are doing at the moment. I will start with the first story. This summer we have introduced our client to a lady. She is a doctor who lives in Germany in her late 20s, and she is a beautiful lady. She speaks German, she speaks English, and she studies to proceed with her career. And she's a nice lady, and like the majority of Slavic ladies, she tells that she would like to meet someone, to build a family. And when you talk to her about the qualities she wants to find in her life partner, she names all the right things. But when we have started introducing her, when we have scheduled a date for her and our client, right before the date, this lady, she has started texting our psychologist and texting me that, you know what, I don't think going out on a date with your client is a good idea, because I have checked his profile again, and you know what, I have my doubts about this and that. So you can tell that she got so-called cold feet before the date. Of course, we have tried to calm her down, because it is quite common to feel stressed and nervous before the date. When it is just a Tinder date, like a coffee date number 45 this month, well, it's something very usual, very common. But when a matchmaker calls you and this is the date, and you have discussed with the psychologist your dating patterns, you have talked about the gentleman you would like to meet, which is something totally unusual, and of course the level of expectations, it grows, it is natural. And usually people who get cold feet, they manage to calm themselves down and go out on a date with the right attitude. But with that lady, it didn't happen. So she has started texting us telling that, you know what, I'm not sure I should go because of this and that, and I had this bad dream the day before. And in the morning she has texted us telling that, you know what, the weather forecast predicts rain, and I plan to wear this dress and these shoes, and right now I believe it will be too cold. And our psychologist, he just told her that, you know what, Tatiana, just wear a jacket or wear another dress. It's not a big deal which dress you will wear on the first date, if you feel comfortable in it, if you feel pretty in it. No, but you know what, I want to wear this dress. So you can imagine with which attitude she went to that date. And of course, the taxi driver couldn't find the address, so she ran late, and she has arrived to this date with this poor mood, and like later she has texted us like, you know what, I've told you I shouldn't have gone on this date. I had a feeling that it won't end well. And pretty much she has created this whole situation in her head with her own attitude. And when she went on that date, she got the confirmation that she was looking for, that she shouldn't be dating, she shouldn't go out with guys, she should stay in her comfort zone. Male clients sometimes do very similar things. For example, we have introduced a gentleman, and he was supposed to have a Zoom date with the lady. They have agreed on it before they meet in person, because they live like 4 hours away by car, and they have decided to have a Zoom date before meeting in person. And right before having that Zoom date, the gentleman has started having those cold fits, and he has started texting us that, you know what, I don't think my internet connection is good enough. I don't think I should be doing a Zoom date. Actually, I would prefer an offline date, but you have already agreed with the lady on a Zoom date, so you have already discuss it with her, so it's too late to change things. No, but I think I should text her and tell her that I don't want a Zoom date, we should reschedule, we should do this and that. And of course, during that Zoom date, it was just off. The lady felt it that he didn't want to talk to her on Zoom, that this date was unwanted, and she felt unwanted, and of course it didn't go any further. Then we have introduced this gentleman to the lady, and they have actually met for the first date offline. And again, before the date, he started telling us that I don't think it's a good idea. You should have showed me more matches. I don't think I should meet her. So with all his attitude, he kind of has put this date down even before it has started. Sometimes people self-sabotage the first meeting already after it has happened. For example, they have met with a lady. The date lasted 2 or 3 hours, sometimes 4 hours. So for sure, if the date lasts more than 2 hours, you have enjoyed yourself. So you had things to talk about, and your date didn't want to leave. She was not in a hurry to leave. Because when you don't have anything to talk about, it's like 30-40 awkward minutes, and then one of the parties decides to finish this misery for both of you and finishes the date. But in case when it lasts like 3 hours, 2 hours and a half, 4 hours, for sure you had things to discuss. And usually after such a date, of course, when we get the feedback from the lady that I have really enjoyed the date and I want to get to know the gentleman more, the gentleman feels it somewhere here that the date went well and there can be continuation. And deep down he understands that he is not ready for continuation. He doesn't want continuation. He is afraid of continuation because it means changes. And since he knows and since he can predict and control, and he starts looking for faults, like, you know what, there was something she said about this, or there was the question and I think she has avoided answering it, or there was this. So he starts overthinking some small details, and of course by doing that he kind of kills all the happy vibes that he got from the date. It all depends on your attitude. If during the date, Zoom date or offline date, you concentrate on things you actually like about this date and about your dating partner, it will be such a huge change for you, instead of concentrating on things that you find negative. Because sometimes there can be just one tiny thing that you don't like, and it's actually irrelevant, because at the end of the day, nobody is perfect. It's impossible to find a person about whom you will adore like everything. People who are married for like 40 years, they will tell you that there are certain qualities and features that they don't like in their partner, and it's okay because we are human beings, nobody is perfect. So sabotaging your dates, it starts in your head and in your heart. Sometimes people, deep down, they understand that they are not ready for changes. They like their life the way it is, their single life. But they feel pressure that, you know what, I'm 39 or 29, or I'm 29, and I'm supposed to be willing to date. Or for example, people, they want to date, but there is a certain block in their mind and in their heart that prevents them from opening up and actually going further than a few dates. And usually such singles, they go out on numerous dates, but usually these are just first, second dates, very occasional third dates, because they end things before it starts resembling an acquaintance that could lead to a relationship. And of course, to overcome this, you have to go to therapy. So you have to hire a psychologist, and it's not a matter of one consultation. You will probably require more consultations, but you have to do it if you see the pattern that after talking to someone online or offline for a few times, you keep dismissing this communication because you start finding faults. There can be a problem with your attitude. it is impossible that all your dates are just bad dates, and there are always like bad scenes about your dating partner only. Of course, not very good dates happen from time to time, but it is impossible to have only negative dates. If you continue meeting new people and you continue thinking that there is always something wrong with all people you go out with, well, I can assure you there is something very wrong with your dating attitude and not with these multiple people. So even when singles hire a matchmaker and they invest time, effort, money into it, from time to time they sabotage their dating process. You find them women matches who not only match their criteria, but who can actually choose them back and like their type. That's a trick, to find women who will like your type, and from the very beginning it gives you an advantage, because both parties will be working on this acquaintance to bring it to the level of a relationship. Both parties will be invested, and even when men meet such women, from time to time they start sabotaging this process. They reschedule dates, they can't find the time, like, you know what, I'm just busier. Like, she has to understand that I can't answer her on the same day, like her text. Or like, Svetlana, don't push on me, and you and Tatiana are pushing on me because she has texted me how was my day, and now you are telling me that I'm supposed to answer her on the same day. Actually, yes, if you want to show the other person that you are actually interested and serious, you should answer the same day, because when there is like this gap of 72 hours between like the texts, it kills all the vibes. She has already forgotten what she has texted you. So sometimes men, after meeting ladies who have potential to be a great match for them, with whom they can truly build a meaningful relationship, they start like sabotaging it by not answering at once, by on purpose asking stupid questions or making very insensitive comments. For example, sharing a story that shouldn't be like told to a woman like ever, and they do it on purpose because they want the other party to lose interest, and then they can tell that it's not me, it's her, she doesn't want to date me, like she said that she is out. Guys, I hope it was helpful, and please share in the comments below if you have ever been on a date with a person who is self-sabotaging the dating process, or perhaps you have self-sabotaged your dating process. If you have any questions, feel free to email them to Svetlana@Diolli.com. Don't forget to like this video and to subscribe to our channel, and you can support our channel by becoming a sponsor. I think it costs like $2 and up. Guys, I want to thank you for watching our channel. Svetlana Muchar with love from Kerpen, Germany.